It's who you're targeting, and that is where a lot of this ire has been drawn by some of these demonstrators. But again, even in California and Los Angeles, elected officials are saying we do not condone violence. We heard that from Mayor Bass. We hear that now from Governor Newsom. We hear that from members of Congress and elected officials and law enforcement. Nobody is condoning the violence or the assaults on officials, be it local or federal, and that is where some of these problems have been arising over the last 3 days, as this is now, again, day 3 of unrest in Los Angeles. ICE, through a spokesperson, has put out a statement today. I'm going to read it to you here. It is long, but I'll read you the initial statement. It says, quote, "Irresponsible politicians continue to push dangerous and misleading rhetoric that puts communities and law enforcement at risk. Even the LAPD referred to violent riots yesterday as, quote, peaceful protests." It continues, "Americans can look at the videos and images and see with their own eyes that they are dangerous, not peaceful." It continues, "ICE and its federal partners are doing their job, enforcing immigration law and removing criminal aliens from Los Angeles communities. We have arrested a domestic abuser who assaulted someone with a firearm and a child rapist. In defense of these heinous criminals, masked rioters have made it their mission to injure and maim federal law enforcement officials. Make no mistake, rioters committing crimes will be arrested and held accountable." Let's go back to the situation on the 101 freeway. It looks like the scooter that one person had been using to ride up and down, kind of taunting that line of CHP officers in tactical gear, has now been taken into custody. The scooter was just dragged out of the way, and that person is now face down on the pavement being placed into handcuffs. The rest of the crowd, this is on the northbound side. This is where this group of officers is lining up and moving their way down. And you can see some folks on the other side, the demonstrators lining up in front of the Jersey barrier, confronting them as well. There's a large crowd behind them, and vehicular traffic does appear to be moving on. No, that is the side street. My apologies. That is up above. I believe Aliso, overlooking the 101 freeway. But here we go. So officers from the CHP are now moving in. There is now officially a skirmish line on the southbound 101 freeway, and they want to get these demonstrators off the freeway surface. It appears as if they don't have to exert much pressure on these officers, on these demonstrators, as they are backing up. Unhappily, it seems, we see one gentleman there in black who is shouting at them, or woman, demonstrator in black who is shouting at them, going back and forth, very agitated, very animated. But that group is now slowly backing up. They are going to be have to be turned around, backed up, and turned around to go back up the on-ramp to get them off the surface of the 101. Gabe Santos is viewing all this from Air 7. Let's go back up to Air 7 and see what you're seeing from up there, Gabe.
Yeah, having the luxury of having this airborne view of this situation, you can really kind of see what CHP is trying to do. They have made a coordinated attempt of shutting down both sides of the freeway, and as more resources got onto the scene, they have a call out to all of CHP basically. So they're sending anybody and everybody that is available to come to the downtown area and help quell the scene here now that it has spilled onto the freeway. So CHP now, they have closed both sides of the 101 freeway at Los Angeles Street, and we saw that line of officers start to make their way down the southbound lanes of the 101. And it looks as if they are trying to make a circle, or at least a semicircle, around some of these protesters so that they are not just pushing them back and pushing them further up down the freeway. They're trying to get these people off of the freeway. And you even saw somebody on a scooter that was possibly taunting officers that eventually maybe got a little too close to an officer, or maybe came close to striking an officer with that scooter. They were immediately taken into custody. So CHP not taking any chances with anybody, and they are slowly and methodically pushing these protesters. The idea is off the freeway as more resources get to the scene here, and we're going to see that start to develop, as you see right there. Groups